So welcome to this short video on how to install Python and Anaconda. So I'll just be showing like a simple demo on how to install Python and Anaconda on your system, irrespective of whichever operating system you are using, either Linux, macOS, or Windows. So the first thing is first download Python. Download directly from the official webpage. You see it, python.org. Then click on it. So Python has different versions based on how the developer community develops them and make changes to them. And you can see different changes they make to them based on when they were released, the support, and what the the newer versions that it contains and what it does. So the newer changes from the older version, which is the previous version, to the latest one that was released. So this for today we'll be just installing Python 3.10.5. This is the latest one. So okay, it's gonna be fast internet network. That's installed already. So the next thing is just download Anaconda distribution. So in Anaconda distribution, it has all your file that you'll be using for data science and machine learning. So you see it anaconda.com. Then if you are using any kind of operating system, if you are using a macOS, a Linux, or a Windows, you can select your installer that you'll be using here. So I'm using a 64-bit graphical installer. So I'll just come down here and click download. So automatically it downloads for me and start installing. So the next thing is just for us to just open this file, click on open and click run on it. So while this one is downloading, so because I already have Python installed on my system, I wouldn't want to like modify anything. I already have Python 3.10 installed. So let me just cancel it. But for you, it will bring out different options that has to do with install. So you just have to click on the install button and it installs everything for you. Now the difference is that this Anaconda has a Python version of 3.9 and does not have to do anything. You can only install Anaconda directly if you want, but it will only be used on the Anaconda distribution. Yes, it's only been used on the Anaconda distribution. Why for this other Python version you have can be used for any. It's already installed already on your system, so you can use it if you want to run your VS Code. You can run it. It comes with an it pre-installed ideally. Let me check. Ideally, yeah. So this is it. So it comes with a pre-installed one. So whichever one you want to use, you that's the difference between installing Python directly and installing for Anaconda. Because Anaconda distribution comes with different pre-installed Python libraries that we can use for machine learning and data science. So let me just print hello. Yeah, so you can click run it. Sorry, print. So I think you can come here and do a run around here. So yeah, so this is it, print out already. Okay, so that's finished downloading. So you can just come here, click open, then you run the Anaconda distribution. So this most time takes a lot of time for it to load depending on how strong your machine is. So you can just me and start installing. Then next, then okay, I already have the directory installed. So the next thing you just click next and you have it installed already. So once it's finished installing, it will create different file for you. So you can just type Jupyter. So this is what we use in Jupyter Notebook, and you can also check another one, which is Anaconda. So this one would already be there once you have it installed for you to know if all the files are installed for you. So you see this one there, that's Anaconda command line prompt that you can use for running it. Now to know if your Python version that you have is installed, okay, let me open my command line. So you can just run Python Yeah, so this it already shows the Python is installed already. So if this does not come out, it shows your Python has not yet been installed correctly. So once you run this Python, it shows your version is already installed correctly. Yeah, you can come here and check if your Anaconda has been installed. But I guess no, it will not. So you have to use Anaconda command line prompt. So now this is what it shows obviously. So the first thing is to just come to Python 3, click on new. It opens a new or a blank notebook for you. So this is Jupyter Notebook. You see it running here. It does not use any internet subscription or anything. It just run on a pre-installed script, which is running here, which is this. So it just opens and all the dependencies are already there installed for you. So you can do anything. So now let's do a simple Python, which is hello world. So yeah, this is installed. Another thing is you can rename your notebook to my first Python 5. Yeah, so you can do anything. You can run your value with this used to run. Once you see there will be any when I run anything here, it makes it changes to here. Example, if I run this here, changes to 3. So it shows what has been run and it runs asynchronously. It runs like sequentially from top to bottom if you want to run your file. Another thing is that you can make an import. Example, you want to use a live record numpy. This is pre-installed with Anaconda, so you can use it. Example, you want to create an array. So you can create an array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is already an array. You can append it to something x equals to this, and you can say x star x. Yeah, so this is an array, square of an array. So an array is quite different from a list, but that is when we start the bootcamp itself. You would see different things on. But so this is just a simple training on how to install Anaconda and Python on your local machine. So this is if you want to create a new notebook. You see different cursors, different things. Another one is edit. You can edit any of your cell. They call them cells. These are cells. View, how you want to change it, toggle the header or the toolbar and all of that. So it just depends on how you want to use them. You can have a markdown here. Markdown simply has to do with so you have a simple file here. So there are different things you can do with it. You can have a raw NBC convert. This is different from code. Your code does retain its same values without it running. So there are different things you can do with it. So and you can also save your code here. Or if you want to create a new file, you can click here. It had new ones for you. If you want to delete anyone, you can use this. So that's all for this section.